I feel like until the trees in Toronto start burning, a lot of the people in Toronto won't really acknowledge what's going on.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about climate change?
10.
Yeah, like 10.
Well, maybe 7.
I'd say a 9.
8. In my mind, I'm like 10, but in reality, I'm like 2 because I don't do anything to really like educate myself or try to change it. But it does worry me.
It should be a 10 for everyone. I think it's just like people don't realize how it's actually impacting you because it's not directly impacting you. Maybe it might be indirectly impacting on how we live, even day to day. Like unless something I feel like impacts us day to day, people don't think it's convenient enough to care about, right?
I feel like until the trees in Toronto start burning, a lot of the people in Toronto won't really acknowledge what's going on.
If I'm outside, I'll like think about it just because like the whole like environment, being outside, the outdoors. When I'm indoor, not so much.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be like such a pressing issue. Like everybody's like walking around kind of talking about it, but like I think that we're gonna need to see like comets dropping on the earth for us to really like take it seriously. Like we kind of just like push it under the rug because I think we're all so damn terrified of what's actually gonna happen.
I think about it daily. I think about it because it's a concern. It's like in my face. It's like the elephant in my room.
I believe that people has to understand more about it because soon it will have a big effect on all of us.
The reason why people don't care and like the biggest thing out of all this is like all the legal corruption and like I feel like at that legally so many big companies get so much like tax breaks and like are allowed to do so many things because of like politicians and lobbyists and things like that, and so it affects people like us and like the average citizen even knowing like how much climate change is affecting us and everyone else around the world.
These days when I hear about the world's ending in like 10 years, I'm like, okay, that doesn't leave much room for me to have a child and raise it now, does it? So it bums me out.
Would I be able to achieve my future goals? Would there even be a world to do it in?
With climate change, it kind of grew with the generation before us, but the generation that's going to suffer is ours just because we're growing with it and how it's continuously impacting and damaging our society.
We like have a duty as humans to like take care of the earth and make sure it's better, and it's also affecting us.
And we're probably gonna have to like take off to Mars or some shit.
Most of the people in Toronto, like at this moment, don't live downtown Toronto. They all live in the greater Toronto area. So all the neighboring cities around Toronto, downtown Toronto, so like Scarborough, like
Richmond Hill.
North York.
I live in Markham.
we have to take you have to either drive or subway down, but the subway system isn't as great, so more people will want to drive and things like that.
I know that the TTC now has hybrid buses, which does its fair share to reduce pollution.
I walk a lot. Like I love to walk if I have time. If I don't, then I jump on the streetcar for free.
I try to walk more. When I'm walking, I always try to pick up garbage, just things like that. Just try to eat less meat, do things to reduce my own footprint.
I think diet is like one of the biggest things that each individual person can have a big impact on. And I think one thing that Ontario does and Toronto does is they're trying, especially because this was like in this past recent year, they're trying to change it to a more plant-based diet, which I think is really important.
Honestly, I work in restaurants and like I hate how much food we waste. That's pretty, I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I'm a fanatical recycler. I reuse at any opportunity. My plastic consumption has decreased drastically. I use a stainless steel thermos.
We've been out to restaurants and I've seen people like using paper straws or no straws at all, or instead of plastic cups, they'll reduce that with reusable plastics or just cutting out plastics in general.
And just being socially aware of where your dollars are going to and who's really profiting from it is like a very key thing. Yeah.
I have started making my own coffee at home.
I pick up after myself. I don't really pick up after other people, but me, like, I'm not just gonna drop something.
Cleaning up after myself, or my sister or someone, just like my family. But like if I see someone drop something, I won't do something about it because like that's their problem. Like I do my job and my part to clean up what I do, and that should be their job. But yeah.
Yeah, some people aren't like that though. Like the thing is, I do recycle all the time, and even if I see like trash or whatever, like I'll just pick it up and put it away. Like I'm just kind of doing anything I can to help for sure.
But the biggest thing we can do is like go out and tell someone else like, oh yo, I mean, like, this is what's happening and this is what we can do to make it better. And I feel like we've all been doing a good job on that.
For Mother Earth, right? I don't want to harm her.